Hello friends. Have you ever faced a situation where you don't know how to respond? Have you ever been into a situation where you don't know what to say? For example, you are standing in a queue and someone is trying to bypass you. You have forgotten your school ID card and now you need to meet your principal. Now you don't know how the principal will react. And you are also not sure about how you can respond to this situation. Have you ever wondered how you can use language to deal with these difficult situations? Yes? Bingo! Because this is what we are going to discuss in this session. We'll talk about how you can use the English language effectively to deal with these difficult conversation situations. We often come across these difficult situations in our day-to-day life. It is also a part and parcel of professional life. It is those who communicate effectively in these situations gain in the end. So it is very important for us to understand how we can use language to communicate effectively in such situations. Before we discuss the language expressions which can be used to deal with these situations, let me share a few important points with you. There cannot be any fixed structure of these difficult situations. It changes from person to person, context to context, and place to place. However, there are some general aspects which one should keep in mind while dealing with these situations. Number one, stay calm. You don't have to get nervous or you don't have to be impatient about the situation. Stay calm and try to understand the situation. Second, listen more than you speak. Generally, we tend to speak more. We are not very good listeners, right? But in these situations, you should listen more than you speak to understand the situation and to respond accordingly. Third, try to understand the person and the situation. We tend to ignore the other person's point of view or perception while we communicate. But in such situations, you need to understand other person's point of view or perception to understand the situation better and to act accordingly. Fourth, speak softly. You don't have to be rude. Speak softly so that the person listening to you will also understand and will try to understand your point of view, your perception. Fifth, apologize if need be. If you know that it's your mistake, if you know that you have done something wrong or you have done a mistake, then please apologize and then face the situation more confidently and effectively. These are some general aspects which you should keep in mind while dealing with this difficult conversation situations. Now let us look at some of the language expressions which you can use to deal with these situations. First, you can say that it happened because. Generally in this kind of situations, you have to give clarifications. You have to give reasons. So to give reasons, you can use language expressions like this one. It happened because, and then you can present your reason. You can also say that I understand what you are saying, but, so you first tell the person that you understand what the person is saying, but you also have your own point of view, your own perception which you would like to present. Third, I want to clarify or I would like to clarify that, as I said earlier, that you need to make a lot of clarifications in these situations. So to make clarifications, you can use the language expression like this one. I would like to clarify that, and then you make the clarification. I would like to inform you that. This is yet another language expression that you can use for clarification. Then, I am sorry, but, so here you are actually apologizing first and then you are giving the reason. You can say, I am sorry, but it happened because. You can also say, I apologize, but, and then you give the reason. You can also use language expression like, I will make sure that this is not repeated in future. To ensure that you will be more careful the next time. So these are some of the useful language expressions which you can use to deal with this difficult conversation situations. I am sure if you use these language expressions appropriately, you will be in a better position to deal with these difficult situations. Before we end this session, let's take a look at what we discussed in these sessions. So we mainly discussed two things, 2 points. Number one, we looked at some of the general aspects which one should keep in mind while dealing with this difficult conversation situations. Second, we looked at some of the useful language expressions which can be used to deal with this difficult conversation situations. With this, we end this session here. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.